Thank God I got it. Sometimes the thing just skip. So check it on Insta. Check it on Instagram.
I'm running on Instagram already. I'm already in.
Yeah. Okay, you are seeing it showing on Instagram, right?
Correct.
Okay. All right. So showing on Facebook. Yeah, hello, my people. My name is Chinedu Anichi, your one and only celebrity CSO. And this is Chinedu Anichi TV streaming from St. Louis, United States of America. And today it has been like a dream that we are going to have a well-known coach. And but God gave us the privilege and this platform to have somebody in our midst today, a guest that by God's grace is here. The guest that I know what it takes to see him if you really want to get this kind of teaching. But today, he is live here. I am not talking about any other person except our brother Joseph James Nantomah. Joseph James Nantomah is known as the Black Mentor. The Black Mentor is the founder of Wealth Flow, an award-winning mindset and wealth coach carried by different United States or globally recognized journals. You can verify. Award-winning mindset and wealth coach, multi-millionaire estate investor, top global impact CEO of 2023 by IAOTD, Google Internet Personality of 2024, best mindset coach in US, carried by Forbes magazine. So you can go to today. We are very, very happy that the Black mentor is here. And when we start mentoring, he discovered me as one of his boys. I didn't know him before. He discovered me and he humbly he goes to Forbes magazine, goes to the best that when people appear, you become a personality universally and globally recognized. But today, he's humble enough to come to my show. That means my show has left the normal show you people used to know and has gone to the level of Forbes magazine and others because a personality who has appeared the other place. So, I humbly invite our brother, the Black mentor, right here in the studio.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
How you
So,
doing?
my people, you can see the face of Dr. Joseph Nantomah, and he's here live. So, um, I don't even know. I'm overwhelmed, sir. I don't even know what to say
Go
again.
with the flow.
I'm just
Go with the
happy.
flow.
I want you to understand that your guy is radiating. I'm radiating. My entire disposition is underlined by unspeakable joy that the spirit of will rise by lifting others fell on you and you decided to come to this show. You will not know what it means for you to be here, sir. It's when you are gone, the impact will show. So thank you for coming, sir. Please,
Thank you, sir.
may you introduce yourself to our viewers?
My name is Joseph Nantoma. I'm a real estate investor. I'm a wealth coach, mindset coach. I've been fortunate and blessed to have many accolades to my name. It doesn't mean anything other than the fact that when you work and you are persistent and consistent, these things just come with it. So I am a people lifter. My goal is to, help as many people that I can help in my short few hundred years that I'm going to live on this earth. And every single day I show up. I'm that guy that never gives up. No matter what happens, I never quit and I always show up. So that's how I want to be remembered. Hello.
Wow, thank you, sir. And today, as I told you, people will be talking on wealth creation and mindset. Today, we'll have the best US recognized mindset coach. So, we are going to talk about mindset and wealth creation. That the mentality, you'll be liberated from this encounter, you'll be liberated from a mentality that consistently stagnated your perpetuate your stay in poverty, because poverty starts from the mind. So today, I want you to come with a disposition that is the recipient of what we are going to tap from this world. So don't tell me, don't come and ask me anything after he has gone. So try and grab whatever you can grab. Sir, but I want to, before you go into why we are here, uh, there's something I know, and I use the opportunity each time people visit here to bring it to the world. Today, you are in glory, even though glory are in ladders, steps of ladder. You might still anticipate. Some people will say in this life, when will I be like the black mentor? But you still having, when will I be like this person? So that's life for you. So, but at this level, you're a celebrity. What is celebrity is people who you follow, people whose presence lighting up positively. You understand? The disposition of those who are around or the audience. So for us, we are our own celebrity. Each time celebrities have privilege to come to programs like this, they have always discussed the story that brought about their glory. If you touch Osime, Osime will tell you, I hawked pure water. If you touch Timaya, he will tell you. If you touch Linda Ikeji, he will tell you. If you touch Trinidad North, he will tell all these people will tell you, we were this, from this we become this. And it is good so that people will not think that the black mentor just jumped up from somewhere and landed. So, in a very brief manner, please, sir, just tell us how your background looked like before you
So
came
first
up.
and foremost, I want to correct an impression. I'm not a celebrity. I'm a leader. There's a difference between a celebrity and a leader. So yes, my name is Joseph Nantomah, born in Port Harcourt, raised in Port Harcourt. For some of you who knew, my story was like the Cinderella story. I grew up with a stepmom because my parents separated when I was 2. And from a very young age, I started working very, very hard. I was 6 when I started selling. When I started learning the concept of selling was when I was 6. My stepmother always had one business or the other that she wanted to do, and I was always somehow the sales manager. So when it comes to selling, you cannot find anybody that is as good as I am in the room. I am very, very good at selling, marketing. I sold from, fried fish to yam and plantain. I sold moi moi. I sold, the drinks that you serve from the house. I sold fish. I, hawked around fish, and I was doing all these things. You know, went to primary school. I could only get to high school because clearly my stepmom didn't want me to go to university. She made everything possible for me not to attain university. Oh, there was no money, there was no this, there was no that, there was no this. So it was always like that. But the truth of the matter is when you're hardworking, you're consistent, you're persistent, people call it luck. I don't believe in luck. I believe I'm a fortunate person, but I don't believe in luck. I believe that every single thing that I've earned in this life has been me and my God. So worked very hard. I ended up becoming a project manager in Nigeria in the early 2000s. Between 2005, 6, I became a project manager. And that is what launched me to where I became today. But, I just don't want to be talking. As you ask me the questions, I'm going to be um, telling you. I cannot hear you. You're muted.
Yeah, there's okay. So, thank you, sir, for that privilege. Because why we discuss such thing is that people will always think maybe somebody jumped from somewhere and become who he is today. So that they will know that you started like us. You were like us. You were in the street of Port Harcourt like us. You sold with your mom. So that those who are selling now should also have the mindset that you are selling now does not mean you will continue selling. So, and that is the reason why you're here. So, thank you for that privilege of sharing some of your background. So, thank you, sir. So, today, um, a lot of things have been said about you. You talk about the Forbes, the Wall of Fame. A lot of medias in US have recognized you. A lot of um, companies that deal with estates or real estate have recognized you. But you have remained very, very humble and simple. So before you go into our discussion, what is the secret why this simplicity has continued to show in your person?
Well, most people will say I'm simple. Most people will say I'm arrogant. It all depends on who you are. The truth of the matter is, how you see people is a reflection of who you are. There are people who just come, for example, they feel entitled, that they have entitlement to what the other person has. And when that person doesn't give them what they want, they feel that person is greedy, they feel that person is arrogant. And I tell them a lot of times, it's a reflection of who you are. You're seeing mirror, you're seeing, because everything is your mindset. So when you start seeing people in a certain way without even knowing them, it's a reflection of who you are. I chose to be simple. I chose to be humble, but I'm very confident. And that's what people miss it. I am one of the most confident person you will ever come across in this life. But at the same time, those who know me know that I'm very generous. I'm very confident in myself, but I think I'm very simple. And it's for one simple fact: the mere fact that there is nothing you have that another person has not gotten, right? And there is nothing that you're going to have that somebody else is not going to get. So I love people. I love people. I don't care what color, whether you're green, you're black, you're yellow, you're blue. I just love people. So that is where I draw that from. At the end of the day, no matter what happens, you live long, 100, 110 years, and you're gone. And I'm already getting into half of that. So very, very important that in anything you do, be confident in yourself, be confident in your God, but never feel like you're better than every other person in the room. Because the moment you start feeling that way, then you are arrogant. And that is the real definition of arrogance. Anyways, people don't understand what it is.
Okay, that's great. Thank you, sir, for that and for telling us the difference between arrogance and, sometimes when you are confident in yourself, it is misconceived to be arrogance. I've also been a victim of that severally. When you are very convinced of yourself and you see from a very positive disposition, even when they appear to be imaginary mountains, you see them as stones. People just try to misinterpret it and accuse you of being either a proud person or an arrogant person. But that's by the way, today we were able to learn from the comment section. People are already saying that they have learned the difference between the two. So, sir, just like for what we have come to see is, first of all, you are the recognized first or best mindset coach in US. So, and we are here today with diverse mindsets. So, What can you tell us about our mindsets and how we can grow?
The first thing you have to understand about mindset is everything. From when you wake up in the morning, how you carry yourself, how you move, what you think, what you allow come into your space, the results you get all starts and ends from your mindset. In fact, the Bible itself says, guide your mind. Some other translation will tell you, guide your heart with all diligence. It says, because out of that your mind, out of that your heart comes the issues of life. When you go to a deeper translation, it tells you, out of your heart comes the very essence of the results you have in your life when you get into other translations. So, what does that mean? How you think determines whether you'll be successful, determines whether you're going to go far, determines how you raise your children, determines how you run your home, determines how you run your business, determines how you interact and live in your workplace. It is very, 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 very vast. A lot of people don't take this seriously. When I have my coaching, whether it's real estate coaching, whether it's mindset coaching, whether it's sales coaching, whether it's marketing coaching, your mindset is like your foundation. And if you don't have the right foundation, anything you build on top of that house is going to crash. So that is the reason why I decided from a very young age, for example, that I wasn't going to hate my stepmom. It was a mindset. Because I knew when you hate people, when you are unforgiving of people, you're carrying a heavy burden on your shoulder. And you see, forgiving, living the right way with people, building relationship has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with you. So you want to live long. People see me. I'm sure if you go in the comments, those who don't know me, ask them how old I am. You'll see this, you'll see the age they will put. Living like that, having the right mindset helps you to stay younger, helps you to stay youthful, helps you to do so many, many things. So the first thing you want to do on your path to building wealth is to have the right mindset. Very, very key.
The right mindset. The right mindset. So, okay. So, the now that the foundation of growth is anchored on the right mindset. So, how do we relate? Because some of us will even assume, because there could be assumptions. That's what we call lack of focus. There are certain things, just like you explained, you were able to explain that there's difference between confidence and arrogance. There are dispositions you will see yourself. You might think you have the right mindset, and you are even boasting to have the right mindset. And at the end of the day, if you are critically, giving an appraisal from a professional like you will see that that which you thought is the right mindset is a wrong mindset. So how do we relate this right mindset to, as things turns out in our life, to know if it's the right direction?
So the truth of the matter is, for you to know you have a right mindset, the first thing you have to know in life is results. It is not just cha like our people say. Your mindset will determine and show the kind of lifestyle that you are living. Your mindset is like the tree. The result is like the fruit. You would know. You understand? And like we always say, your skill will make way for you, but your character will keep you there. So your mindset is going to show the kind of fruit that you bring. If your fruit is small, it means your mindset is small. If your fruit is big, it means your fruit will be big. Even if you pretend, it's not going to stay too long before people get to start to know you. For example, when you have the wrong mindset, the moment you get into the midst of people with the right mindset, they will fish you out. They will tell you straight to your face. One of the characteristics about confident people and people that have the right mindset is they tell you things to your face. They will call you out to your face and tell you, this thing you're doing is wrong. This is how you're doing this. And don't get me wrong, I wasn't born with a right mindset. A right mindset is something you learn. It is something you can walk with. So for example, one of the things that helps you to become someone with the right mindset is you have to learn to read books. That is one of the things that I gained, even though, like I said from the beginning, I never went to university. I never went, all the way to the highest level of education when I was back in Africa till I got to the US before I started getting access to education, and I got an honorary degree, PhD, and all that from a university and all that. You have to learn to read books. You have to learn to know how to build relationships. You have to learn to know how to manage people. And all these things, you can get them from relating with the right people. There is a saying that the first five people that you relate with every single day will determine how far you go in your life. So those five people will shape your mindset. For example, if you have a team or some friends and something happens and they tell you, you know, they give you negative advice. Before you know what's happening, you start thinking like that. They always give you negative advice. You always think like, but the moment you have people around you who are giving you positive advice, they tell you not to get into violence, they tell you not to go into drugs, they tell you not to do certain things, all those vices. Before you know what's happening, your life will start growing like a tree upwards. But when you are in the midst of negative people, not trying to say anything, but every day it's nightclub, you're smoking, you're drinking, you're living recklessly, you're drunk and driving. Before you're going disarray. So this is what is going to now make up your mindset. So the first thing you want to do to build a mindset is you need to choose your friends. You need to choose your circle. You don't let your friends choose you. You choose the people you want to be with. And as we go on, I'm going to tell you how you get into the midst of this kind of people, because um, to be in the midst of successful people, there are two ways to go there. One is by association, and one is by investment. So I'm going to explain that as we go further.
Wow. So one is by
Association,
association and another is by
investment.
investment. So this is mind blowing. So these are the two major. Just like I met a priest one day, a Catholic priest. I asked the Catholic priest why Catholic priests are always very intelligent. He now told me there are two wings for a successful man of God to fly higher. I said, what is that? He said the wing of study and the wing of prayer. So in this kind of training today, I think the two ways of which one can ascend to that level of mindset and association is through association and investment. So
Correct.
my people are hearing, yes, I can do job, yes. A lot of people are crazy about this and they are so happy. So now, um, association and investment. Two of them, some people associate, they don't know how to invest. Some people have investment self and they invest wrongly. So please, can you go further and explain to us for us to have the right association? There's something I taught in the university years ago. When I had a time to speak to about 15,000 students in Ghana. The topic is the secret of success. And my own topic that day is right association. So, right, every successful person is one right association away from his or her success. So, please, how can we know when we have this right association?
So like I said, there are two ways. So we've already agreed that the sum way of building your life is by being with the right people. Now, how do you get the right people? And I've broken it down to association and investment. Now, when I talk investment, it doesn't have anything to do with only money, and I'm going to explain. So when you talk about association, for example, let's just assume that I come to Missouri where you are, right? Come to Missouri where you are, and while I am there, the mayor of your city came to visit you. And when he came to visit you, you will introduce me to that person, right? You'll be like, hey, this is Joseph Nantomah. It's a real estate coach, investor, all that stuff. I just got to know that person by association because I am associated with you, Mr. CHINEDU. So that is by association. So that is why you always want to be in the midst of people who will remember you when there is opportunity, right? Because when you have the right association, somebody who has a means to bless you will bless you. A few years ago, I came across a guy on social media, and he became my coach. We started working together. And last year, I was going to have my conference, and I was putting people together. I paid him to come speak at my conference. And while we're going through the process, I said, "Do you need any other speaker?" I said, "I think I will need like a top speaker." So he introduced me to a gentleman called Stedman Graham. Stedman Graham is is the partner of Oprah Winfrey. So I had the opportunity of talking to Stedman's office. We agreed on an amount of payment and the process. I paid, and Stedman was supposed to speak at my event on Saturday, last day in my conference. So flew in on Friday. We started making preparations. While we're still having the program, I went out, I greeted him, checked him into his hotel. A few hours later, my event planner got a call and came to me. He said, "I would love to talk to you in private." I went there. She said, "A celebrity, a top celebrity in America is about to come for this event tomorrow." I said, "Who is it?" He said, "Well, they refused to tell me." I said, "Why?" He said, "It's a top celebrity." I said, "Yeah, I have celebrities here already." She said, "This is a top celebrity." I said, "Okay. What do they want?" He said, "Well, they wanted to come and check for security, see if the place is conducive, all that." So I said, "I'm not going to give anybody that access except I know who that person is." He said, "Well, they refused to reveal the person." I said, "Well, if they refuse to reveal the person, tell the person cannot come, because I also have other celebrities and need to know who is coming." So she went back and called the company or the organization, and said, "Hey, the owner said if you cannot tell us who is coming, we're not going to let that person come." A few minutes ago, she comes back and said, "Well, they said if I'm willing to sign a non-disclosure agreement, which is an NDA, the person is going to come." I said, "Okay, good. We'll sign." They brought the document, and I said, "You sign," just in case there's any liability involved. So she signed it, and behold, they told me Oprah Winfrey was coming. I said, "Which Oprah?" They said, "The richest Black woman in the world is coming because Tedman is in my event. She wants to come and watch him speak." Now, this is introduction by association, because if I didn't get Stedman to come and speak at my event, there is no way Oprah would have been there to come and speak at that event. So, and there is no way Oprah will come to my event and I will leave her sitting in the crowd, So that is how I became the first African in the entire world to host an event, and Oprah Winfrey came and spoke at my event. For you to have Oprah Winfrey speak at your event, I heard it is from $1 million to $1.5 million. I got the opportunity for $0 because of association.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow.
That's it. You see the power of association now? Very
Yeah.
powerful.
Yeah. When I listen to people about the power of association, you see, character formation is determined psychologically by factors surrounding the personality. Behavioral pattern and character formation, ecological factors is a very, very prominent influence that shaping or show the pattern of behavior. Because Just like that's why I didn't doubt you talking about the first five people around you. So in the real life, because what you are explaining now looks very, very, very possible. It looks very, very appears scholarly. But like in a real life, like some of us, my bigger fan base in Nigeria, um, how can you apply like things about Nigeria, how people can behave, how people can go out, certain things people should undertake to create opportunities for them to see this kind of association. Because sometimes people in their mindset have already concluded, now I'm not going to try.
So the truth of the matter is the very word impossible is I am possible. But if you choose to see the am and take away the possibilities there, it becomes impossible. The truth of the matter is there are certain words that are universal. Words like goal, whether you're speaking Chinese, you're speaking India, you're speaking, once you hear goal, it's a universal word. Words like success, everybody understands success. Wealth, go everywhere, wealth is wealth. So if universal languages like success, wealth, and every other language is universal and people understand it, it means that the principle to getting those things done is going to be universal. I know that there are certain countries and certain locations that give more opportunities than the other people. Everybody knows that. But the truth of the matter is, we all came out from those systems. So life itself is about principles. Can I see your face? I want to ask you some simple question. You are a black man. If I tell you now to go to the tallest city, the tallest building in your city, and jump from, let's say the tallest building in your city is 200-story building, and you jump from that building, what's going to happen to you? I'm asking you.
Okay, well, inside me, I'm going to feel like if I jump, I might die.
Not might. If you jump, what is going to happen?
You will die because you can't survive it.
But you're a black man.
Mhm.
What about if it's a white man?
A white man jump, he will still die.
Really? Are you sure?
He'll die.
What about a Chinese man?
He said,
What about a Chinese man?
he will die now. It's just about life, not
What
the
about
color.
Indian? An Indian man?
I said that all of them will die because it's not about color.
But you're a Nigerian man now. Why you go die?
Bros, we need to tell ourselves the truth. You will die
Why are they dying?
because they jump down from the same source.
There is something that's making them to die. There is a law. There's a principle.
Okay, the law.
The principle. What is that principle called?
Is it gravitational force?
It's called the principle of what? The
Whatever
law.
goes up.
No, the law of gravity.
Gravity, yeah.
Whether you are black, you are green, you are purple, you are red, you are Chinese, it doesn't matter where you're from. There is a principle called gravity. It doesn't respect anybody. Now, let me shock you. There is a principle for wealth building. If you study the principle of wealth building, just like gravity, whether you are black, you are green, you are yellow, you are blue, the same thing. There is a principle for success as well. Are you getting it?
Yes.
There is a principle for success as well. So what you need to do, number one, is build the right circle. Get someone who is already successful doing what you're doing. Learn from them. Believe in yourself. There is nothing you can do without belief. Believe in yourself, then take massive action. You'll be successful. I just told you, as simple as it is, you will be successful. Because success is a principle. It's a principle, and it's a respecter of no man. If you can follow the practice, there's a book I want to recommend for your viewers today. The book is called The Science of Getting Rich. If you want to be rich, go and buy that book, The Science of Getting Rich. It's not my book, so don't say I'm trying to sell my book here. The Science of Getting Rich will tell you and program you how to become successful. You read the book, you practice what it says. I don't care whether you are in the village in Nigeria. If you can practice what that book says, not too long, your life will elevate to another level.
Wow. Wow. The science
Of getting rich.
of getting rich.
Yes.
Wow. So, my people, you have heard the name of the book, The Science of Getting Rich. So, look for it, read it, religiously follow the steps and instructions. The, the American recognized best mindset coach is telling us today that if you follow the instruction in that book, no matter wherever you are, just like the law of gravity, he has no respect for anybody.
It's
No
rich.
matter wherever you are, black, red, green, you will get rich. I'm a rich guy already. So people should just start celebrating me because
Go and read the book. I am telling you, go and read the book. Practice. You see, the thing a lot of people is in that book, some of the things you will learn is consistency and persistency. People don't know the difference. Consistency and persistency is not the same thing.
wow, you are still bringing it out.
Persistency is you are doing it every single day. Monday, you are there. Tuesday is there. Wednesday, you're there. You are persistent. You're somebody who never gives up. Consistency is you are doing it at a certain time. For example, when I am coaching people, I tell them, do real estate, do your job, but do real estate 3 times a week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Do it from 8 to 9, 8 to 9, 8 to 9, 8 to 9, 8 to 9. Now you're practicing persistency and consistency. It takes you 3 weeks to build a habit. It takes you 3 months to become consistent. That it takes you 6 months to change your life. If you decide to do something, if you are training your dog, are you listening to me? And you take your dog to a place, try it, all of you try it. Every day you take your dog to this place, this is where you poo. You take your dog here, that's where you poo. Every day you take your dog. In 3 weeks' time, the dog, you don't take the dog there, you just walk it. You just walk by yourself and go there and go and poo. That is how it is. So you need to be consistent. The reason why a lot of people are not successful is because they break that circle. They're not consistent in doing things. You should be someone that no matter what. I've been doing real estate for 8 years. This is my 9th year. In that 9 years, I have faced everything you can think about. I have been insulted. I have been misinterpreted. I have lost money. I have made money. I have met people. I have lost people, but I am still inside. That's in real estate. We're here when the first 4 or 5 years that I started, oh my God, real estate was so sweet. Interest rate was like 3-4%. Now interest rate is between 8 to 12%, but I'm still doing real estate. I didn't change and say, okay, let me go and do project management. No, I'm still inside real estate. So good or bad, you are in there, you are doing the real estate. You are doing the real estate. You are doing the same thing consistently. Haters will come. It doesn't deter you. People will talk. It doesn't deter you. I am still here. So you want to be successful, get ready. Because the truth of the matter is you're going to keep going and 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 going before you can hit that. These are the steps. First and foremost, they will question you. Who is this one again? Ha. When you don't stop, they will listen to you. Okay, let's listen to what he has to say. When they start listening to you and you're still doing it and doing it and doing the same thing over and over and over and over, guess what happens? They start paying attention. You keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over, and they started paying attention. You know the next thing they're going to do? They start respecting you. And the last thing you keep doing and doing and doing and doing, they'll start honoring you. But for you to go from that questioning to honoring, I just told you in 3 seconds. For some people, it might take 10 years. Some people might take 5 years. Some people might take 20 years. But the truth of the matter is, you got to stay there. You got to stay there consistently. So association is very, very important. Let me not forget to talk about investment.
Wow. Consistency is different from persistence.
Totally different.
Wow. Consistency means you are doing it every Monday, every Monday, every Monday, every Monday. Look at me, I don't reach you. I am rich already. For you coming to my show, for you coming
Persistency
to
means you are doing it every day. Persistence means every day. But consistent means he doesn't show from 2 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 3. So he's persistent and consistent, persistent and consistent. You know you can wake up today and this your equipment will not work and you will give up. You say, no, let's not do it today. Let's do it tomorrow. You're not persistent.
Yeah.
When you're persistent, you will find a way to make it happen. You know, some people come into, for example, into real estate, which is my field. They find one house. The house did not sell. They give up. It's not working, Joe. You know how long it took me to work for that one house? Nope. Nope. That's the loser mentality. I want to be talking to you. I don't like talking to myself. I want to see your face. I want to have somebody there.
Okay. No problem.
Have a conversation with you. In your chat, I want you to Google, somebody should Google how many times was Beyonce nominated for Grammys. If you have your phone, because I am using my phone here for what do you call it, for Instagram. How many times was Beyonce nominated for Grammy? I believe it's Grammy. I think music is Grammy. Movies is Oscar, right? It should be Grammys. How many times was she nominated for Grammys?
Yes. How many Grammys does Beyonce have? No.
Yeah.
How many times was Beyonce nominated?
Correct. For Grammy.
They didn't put it straight.
It's there. How many times?
as the most nominated artist in Grammy history.
No.
Within
How many
88,
times? How many times?
88 nominations.
How many?
88.
Now, write it 88 times. So she was nominated 88 times. Now, ask Google, how many times did she win the Grammy? How many times did she win the Grammy?
With a total of 32 awards and 88 nominations. 32
She
times.
was nominated 88 times, right? 88.
Yes.
How many times did she win? How many times did she win?
32.
Minus that 88 from 32.
32. 56.
Beyonce lost 56 times. So the times you lose, the times you fail, doesn't matter. If I don't tell you to Google, you will not even know she has lost 58 times. But everybody's focusing on the number of times she has won. You see how success works? So you got to keep trying. You will fail, you will fall, you will fail, you will fall, you will fail, you will fall. You don't stop. She was nominated 88 times, lost 50-something times, and won only 38 times. You see how success works? But everybody will tell you she's the most acclaimed.
Wow, that's another eye-opening.
Every single person you see who is successful today has failed more times than they have succeeded. But you will not see Beyonce coming up and say, you know, I failed 53 times, I'm a failure. That is the success mindset we're talking about. You never give up. You never give in. You keep trying. You will fall, you will fail. You will fall, you will fail. You keep trying. Good, 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 and so on and so forth. You get what I'm saying? So you keep going and going and going and going and going and going and going. That's it. That is how you get successful. That's how you get successful.
Okay, thank you, sir. Let me just take a minute and recognize some people who are here. Melo So, how are you doing? Ask him why he does not visit Nigeria. The day we go catch him. Rubbish. So it's really affecting me. Indeed, persistency leads to somebody said he wants a full explanation. When we are done, you don't bring us back. When we are done,
why are you running away from the question? It's there. Do I look like I'm afraid of the person's question?
Sir, I am a moderator and I own this TV. So
yeah, but one of your audience is asking a question. Don't ask only the good question. Ask the negative question. You create that balance.
Yeah. So I know when to bring that question, sir.
Okay.
I think you should respect my discretion.
I respect your destination.
So when in the heat of flow of assimilation,
yeah,
there are certain things you will bring.
You forget exactly.
I know about pedagogy. I taught in school and in universities. So so there are things you will bring. It will start moving us from the flow of why we are here. You know,
exactly.
I will bring up the question. It will all come up.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay.
So let me talk about how to get into relationship through investment. Right? I'll use the popular one, you know. I've never met Linda Ikeji until 2020. I said, okay, I wanted to do some advertisement. And I said, who am I going to use in Nigeria? So I did my research. I checked on so many pages. Okay? Checked on so many pages. I didn't like, so I reached out to Linda Ikeji. I said, hey, I would like to do advertisements on your platform. What does it cost? She said, oh, every advert you put is going to cost this amount. I said, okay, really? She said, yes. I pay for it. She started doing it. Normally, when people are doing advertisement, they pay it. They pay it as you go. I think I paid for like 20 slots up front. I just paid for it. So, wow, are you paying for everything? I said, yes. So I started doing my ads. I finished that set of ads. I did another one. So one day, I said, can you give me your number? I want to discuss some opportunities with you. Give me the number. Then we spoke, you know. So we started talking. Then I said, when I was in Nigeria, I never really knew you very well. Can you tell me some of the things you're doing? She said, oh, I do this, I do this, I do this, I do this. Then she now said, do you know I'm the one who hosts self-made conference? Uh, yeah, self-made conference in Nigeria. I said, oh, I think I've heard about that thing, but I thought it was a bank program. So she said, no, it's not a bank program. I am the owner of the program, but sometimes I get bankers to, banks in Nigeria to sponsor it. I said, you know what, this one, I will sponsor this one. So I went ahead and sponsored. I think 1,000 women benefited from that event in Nigeria. I invested time to talk to her. I invested money to make the program a success. So when I wanted to do my conference that last year, I said, let me not just do a conference and not bring my own people. It looks funny. And my conference, the concept I had was doing it internationally. So I brought people from Asia, I brought people from America, I brought people from Africa. So I pick up my phone and I call Linda AKG. I said, hey, Linda, I'm having an event. Will you want to come and speak for me? If you know Linda, she doesn't go to anybody's event. She doesn't go to anybody's event. She said, Joseph, since I knew you, you have given me value. At this time, I'm going to come and honor you at your event. And the woman flew down all the way from Nigeria, came here, spent 3 days with us, and flew back to Nigeria. If I didn't invest my time, my money into her business, she'll probably not give me that attention and fly all the way here to come and speak at my event. It was a big deal. So that is an example of how your investment in people's business, your time in spending to know people, your time to build a relationship can now affect you as a person. So these are the two ways, by investment or by association. You are muted.
That's it.
Okay.
So, oh, my people, yeah. So this is very. I understand that this mindset is a practical thing. It goes from one step to step. I studied philosophy in the university. I read philosophy, and I read it very well because I studied in a very good philosophical school, one of the best in the world. And there's part of metaphysics that we call Oriental philosophy. There's what the Chinese, the Asian people developed. They call the 8 levels of Patanjali's yoga. It's a process of yoga, but it moves you from this step to the other step, the other step to the other step. There's a concept they call the samsara. That's the point of liberation. Then there is karma. That's where I understood what karma is. Every action has payment. Demonstrated even in physics. In the third law of motion in physics, action and reaction are equal and opposite. If a moving car hits a stationary car, the equation A on B equals to 0. Both cars must be damaged. So these people developed a segmented part of development that will bring you to what they call nirvana.
Yeah.
Nirvana is a point of unitary consciousness. That is when the knower, the act of knowing, and the object known, there's no difference. But there are chastisements and processes you must pass through. So, and it's working for them. So, in that limelight, I've seen this word flow and mindset growth to have a segmented and well coordinated point or a ladder from step to step and to step to step. So, investment, how will somebody even, is it only cash that somebody can invest when it comes to invest? Because when we talk of investment, what comes to people's mind is just about money. So please educate us on the issue of some other investments that might not be
So,
bad.
even from the story I just told you, getting to know people. For example, one of the ways that I have met a lot of successful people, at least in America, I know 3 billionaires in America. Three, you know. Um, when you go into the midst of successful people, you don't go there to go ask them for money. You know, I remember when I came to US in 2016, I put in my documentation. I was waiting to get documented. I would dress well. I'm glad you live in America, so you know where downtown is. I will go to downtown. The restaurant there, a glass of drink is $15. Just one glass of drink. I don't even have the money to buy a glass of drink. I'll go and say, can I have some water? You know? I started going from there. I said, can I have some sparkling water? You know? Well, as I started going, I started meeting people. And let me tell you what success is. Success is for you to be successful, all you need is ideas. Ideas rule the world. You come up with an idea, you monetize it, you become wealthy. The more problem you solve for more people, the more money you will make. Because this world, it's all about solving problems. You solve problems, you make money. You don't solve problems, if you like, talk from now till Jesus Christ come, you're not going to make any money. So I used to go there and I would just sit down and I would talk to people, I will fraternize, I would talk to them, I would get to know them. And I started meeting people. One day, I went back home. I saw this guy talking on social media about real estate and, whatever he was teaching. And I said, you know what, I want to give it a shot. So I went there and I decided to do the coaching. So while I was doing the coaching, I was still going to this my downtown where rich people eat, rich people drink. And I saw this guy. He said, what do you do? What do I do now? Real estate. I said, I'm into real estate. He said, wow, I have some properties that I want to sell. I said, you know what? I can sell that property for you. And there's something we call wholesaling in real estate. So I put the property in a contract. Then I sold that contract to somebody else. And that's how I made my first $8,000 in America. Now, if I got that property, if I didn't go to that space, look good, look clean. You don't have to wear $10,000 designer shirts. Nope. Just look clean, look presentable. You keep going to where successful people are. You learn the way they talk, the way they carry themselves. You learn the way they do things. Not too long, you start living like that. Not too long, it will start rubbing off on you. People don't get these things. If you start going where poor people are, let me give you an example. If you have three friends who are making $50,000 a year, and you are making $200,000 a year, not too long, those your friends that are making less will take from you, take from you, take from you. Before you know, you will come down to their level. The same way, if you have three friends who are making way more than you, they're making 300, and you're making 200, and you keep going there. Before you know, they will teach you. Your own money will go up. That is why you always want to try to make sure you are in the midst of successful people. Never go into the room and you are the most successful person there. No. Always push yourself out of your comfort zone. Get into the midst of people that are doing better than you. Right? So when you are in the midst of such people, they will inspire you. they will push you. The problem with some of us with a small mindset is the moment we get there, we start being jealous. We want to grab, we want to take what we've not worked for. We think that person does not deserve what they have. And that is why we stay in the same spot forever. Because the moment you start thinking somebody doesn't deserve what they have and you deserve it, you have missed it already. Every single time you are going to be successful in anything, you must pay a certain price to get there. If you don't pay the price, you remain in the same spot forever and ever until you pay that price. And let me tell you something about success. Success is in different levels. There are people that are making thousands. There are people that are making tens of thousands. There are people that are making hundreds of thousands. There are people that are making millions. There are people that are making hundreds of millions. There are people that are making billions. Each phase has its own challenge. And even God himself knows that if you cannot handle certain challenges, he won't take you there. That is why you see people win the lottery. 1 year later, their life is worse than it was because they don't have the training. There's something we call financial blueprint. If you're smart, you pass that financial blueprint to your children. It always goes at least 2-3 generations. You will see a generation like mine now, right? I'll pass this training now to my children. If my children are not very, very smart, if my children are very smart, they will pass it to their next children. If their grandchildren are not very smart, they will not be able to pass it to the next. It's called financial blueprint. Who taught you the first step to understanding money? Your parents. Consciously or unconsciously, you will see how your parents, some of us, our parents were always quarreling about money at home. You know why? Scarcity. You are teaching the kids scarcity. Even if you don't have money, never quarrel about money in front of your children. Go to your bedroom and go and discuss it. Now, when your children ask you something at home, never tell them daddy doesn't have. Because let me tell you, what you focus attention on multiplies. When your child starts focusing on scarcity, you are building scarcity. You say, should I lie? No. When your children ask you something or your wife or your spouse asks you something, there are always 3 answers. Should I tell you the answers? No. Wait. Yes. So let's say my kids comes and say, oh, Daddy, I want a BMW. And I don't have the money for BMW. You know what I'll tell my kids? I won't tell my kids I don't have. I'll say, wait. Wait. At the right time, I will get you BMW. So now your kids knows that everything has to do with timing. You see, because you say, wait, at the right time, I will give. But when you say, we don't have money for BMW, what you're selling to your child is scarcity. You never want to sell scarcity in your house because when you focus on growth, growth will grow. When you focus on shit, shit will grow.
This is just the rate of internalization I'm passing through here is that I am so obsessed by some of these things. Financial blueprint
Blueprint.
can be handed down from generation
The
to
generation.
generation if people are smart. I also discover from what you are teaching now that what you regularly and consistently discuss recycles around you. If you continue to discuss scarcity,
It will expand.
scarcity will continue to, yeah. When somebody put up a question, should I lie? You said no. But there are ways to answer without lying. I need a BMW car, and you say, wait. Wait does not mean I'm giving you immediately, and wait does not mean it is not there.
So wait at the right time.
Correct. There is a man I met before, a very anointed man of God. I said, we say prayers. How do we know that God has answered? He told me that God has 3 tripartite nature of answering prayers. It's either no, yes, or wait.
Wait.
Sometimes God will say, wait. He knows that if he gives you $10 million, you might go to club and die. He will now say, okay, I will not give you until you have maturity or financial maturity to control money. So we will make it to come 2 years ahead. So when you are praying for it today, it doesn't mean God has said no. God just said wait. So I understand that positively. So I read a book by Norman Vincent Peale. He call it The Power of Positive Thinking.
I read
One of the
it.
statements that touched me is that he said the difference between can and cannot is the not. If you remove the not, you can. I read another book by Scuba. He said tough people do not last, but tough people do. So when I made a prison, just pressing it with what was taught us, I see the toughness to mean persistency and consistency. So that's what it means to be tough. You always, even though adversities try to appear, you combat them. You
Into
with
what?
your positive mindset, you turn them into something positive. So thank you for coming from this point. Another thing we want to say, let's look at what people are saying here, sir. Sir, please answer my question because I am confused in life. I need a job or skill I can do with my right hand. I am a wheelchair and my left hand paralyzed.
So your leg is paralyzed, but your mind is not paralyzed. You don't need your leg to be smart. You don't need your leg to be successful. The first thing you want to do is you want to get value. So first and foremost, you're in the right place. This is the kind of place you should be finding yourself. Not in platforms where they are gossiping, talking about who no marry, who do this, who jackpot, who do that. Those are not platforms. Those platforms are wasting your life. If you check the number of times you go on those platforms, multiply by 5 years, you've been watching the same thing. You've wasted a long time. So the first thing you want to do is you want to first of all find mentors, not role models, mentors who will teach you what you need to know. Number two, as you start getting ideas, like I said, your mind is working, your hand is working, you're on a wheelchair, and I sympathize with you. But I want to give you tough answers because tough answers make people grow. Soft answers make people relaxed. Get an idea, choose a skill that you can do with your hand. Go on, you might say, okay, I don't have money to do it. Go on YouTube, go and learn how to master that skill. For example, if you're here, do you know that Facebook itself, Facebook where you are now, has programs where you can learn to become an expert in Facebook advertisement free? It's about 4 to 6 month course. You just go there, put on your computer, get the same data you're using to watch people wasting their time on social media, and you are learning it. Step 1, do this. Step 2, do this. Step 3, do this. Step 4, do this. Step 5, do this. You learn it over and over and over and over. By the time you become a master of it, you know what you do next? You find ways to monetize it. I just had a meeting yesterday. No, today is what? Today is Friday. I had a meeting on Wednesday with a company that is going to carry out our Facebook ads for Wealth Flow conference that's coming up in August. You know how much I paid them? $12,500. $12,500 to set it up. $12,500. And I'm not the only customer. If those guys do for 10 people this year alone, that is about $120,000. The reason why I'm paying them is because me, I don't have the time to sit down and learn the Facebook ad. I don't have the time. So for the next 3 months, they will be the one to do the ad. Even when they finish setting up the graphics, the page, the landing page, everything, I still need to pay at least $1,000 to $2,000 for the advertisement. So that $12,500 is their fees. So what are you talking about? There are many things you can learn. The problem is a lot of people are not willing to put their mind to use. I cannot see how many people are on your Facebook or your platform, but I can tell you none of the pages is up to 300 right now. How many is on your Facebook?
Like those who are watching now?
Mm-hmm. Facebook.
Yes, just about 16 people.
Instagram will be less. But let's be here now. Let's come and gossip about one man of God, or let's start gossiping about one man that left his wife or the children or one thing or one thing. You will see 5,000 people here. You know why? People are not willing to put their mind to use. They're not ready to put their mind. So that is why only 3% of the entire 7.5 billion people on this earth will be successful. The rest are just going to pass through this life and complain and point fingers and go. It's very pathetic. So don't take that as an excuse. In fact, if you put in your mind and get the work done, you become an inspiration. You become the president of Wheelchair Association in Nigeria, wherever you are. You will not start, people will not start paying you to listen to how you became a success. Nobody's going to listen to you until you become a success. Nobody cares about your sorry story. You can go ahead and talk your story from here to the next 50 years. Nobody cares. What you're going to do is get into the place where you can start doing some work in yourself. First things first, put value. When you put value into yourself, now you can sell value. It's garbage in, garbage out, right? Success in, success out. When I came to the United States, the first year I was in the United States, I read 64 books. 54 books I read, 54 books I read, okay? And those books changed my life. I read books about human psychology. I read books about real estate. I read books about how to become successful. I read books about money management, okay? I finished reading all those books. When I started practicing real estate, I started making money. I went to business school. I went to consulting school here in the US and became a licensed consultant. I am not just talking real estate, what they call it, coach. I'm a licensed coach in the United States. I'm a licensed business consultant in the United States. So it's not just, so you need to add value. Before you send it, before you open your mouth and say anything, go and work on yourself. Hide 6 months, 1 year, read. Study. When you come out, I am telling you, you cannot hide a candle under the bed. It will burn the bed and burn the house. So that's how you want to do it. So go read, get yourself ready, put the effort, become better, and I tell you, nothing will stop you. Let's take questions.
Wow. So, my brother, yeah, you gave a perfect answer to that. What our brother asked of, and I want to give example. 4 days ago or thereabout, I had in this show a cripple who is still going on wheelchair. He was on this show, but he's 3 times Olympic gold medalist. I brought him to this show on his wheelchair. Do you know what? There's something he said to me today. I was so touched. For him to do the show, he needed to go upstairs. And in Nigeria, they don't build all these things to create room for
Will
people.
accessible.
So 5 guys had to carry him because he's heavy. Because what he was doing was weightlifting for the disabled people. He won it. He even won best in the whole world in England. And he's a Nigerian. So I asked him some questions. How did you come about this? He said mindset. He said that his legs were not working, but his mind was working. Now, he has retired from this. Could you imagine that the guy has M, MON, this presidential award and
I will.
national award, member of Order of the Niger. So I said, ha, you can see a cripple has MON. So he told us all of those things because, sir, what I do in this platform is just to project positive things. That's why I don't care if you are watching. I have a lot of people who value what I'm doing, very reasonable people in the society. Because when you talk on followership, just like you are teaching, you can have 100,000 people, but there's nobody there.
There's nobody there.
But you can have 5,000 people following you next. Like
They're
today, as
all,
we are talking now, the former economic advisor to Obasanjo, Professor Stobu, a renowned economist, who is also teaching about wealth, will be coming here tomorrow.
exactly.
Is the person we're having tomorrow. Yesterday, I had the house of a day before yesterday, I had the house of a second member. So that's the kind of people I bring here. I don't bring people that come here and gossip. So those who follow my page, they know the value.
Into the valley, yeah.
So that is what we are doing. So if your mind is working well, your hands will work. I read a book, 33 Strategies of War by Robert Greene. He said, throw your heart across the obstacle, the body will follow.
I'm telling you.
Those times that we were younger, there's something we used to call jump that they use palm front. I don't know if they were doing it in rivers. They put one young palm tree, this thing, leaves like this, and put something across. You'll be jumping. Ours is that when others jump, they will wait for you. If you fail it, they will hit you. One
Mm-hmm.
of the things is so before you jump that thing, your mind will jump. Anyone that your mind, that's what I discovered. Anything that your mind did not jump,
Yeah,
you cannot jump it.
exactly.
So, our brother, you have heard from a mentor. Please try and as much as possible to fix yourself in something. And people, you see all these physically disadvantaged people per se, whenever they pick a skill,
It's finished.
they are always see the exceptional in whatever they are doing.
Correct.
I have whenever you see them bend down to pick one thing, especially in this digital era now, if they pick one package in IT and finish 6 months or 7 months, you cannot fathom what will become of this guy.
It's
So
amazing.
so thank you, sir. So we are still listening to you, sir. If you can go into there's something that I know about you. You're not just a mindset coaching person. There's this thing you believe in. When you talk about association, people see association to mean always associating with the people on top. But I discovered in your association, you associate even with the people around. So how do you navigate between the two? And it doesn't negatively influence your decision.
So when it comes to association, it connotes with the word communication. Positive communication breeds positive association. Negative communication breeds negative communication or association. Negative association breeds negative communication. So it's always like this. The truth of the matter is, when you are blessed, the only primary reason why God blesses you, believe it or not, is so that you can be a blessing to others. That's the only primary reason. Every other thing, according to Usama and Abanza, people don't understand. In 2018, I met the Vice President of the United States in the White House, Mike Pence. And there are certain encounters that as you keep going, it changes your life. I have been blessed in this country in so many ways. There are certain things that it can only be God. And of course, God has the finance. I woke up one morning in 2017 and saw an email from the governor of my state, Governor Scott Walker, inviting me for dinner. I don't know him. I've not had anything. So when you see the tragedy of your life, the way it's going, you just know. You just some people don't learn. You just leave this one alone. This one not God person. Just leave this one alone. Some people don't understand until they hit their head on the wall, then they not calm down. I just woke up. I didn't lobby. I didn't know anybody. I came to America 2016 doing my thing. They just put my name on the list. And at that time, believe it or not, I still had a small mindset. The first thing that entered my mind is what? Unmute. What was the first thing that came to my mind? Well, the moment I saw that email.
Money now. The money to come out.
No. The first thing that entered my mind, I said, scam. That was the first thing that enters my mind. So that's why you see we should scam. That is the mentality. I say, this one is scam. Will be me. Where governor go invite me. You get the point. So that's why I said it's something you can learn. So I went ahead and my wife said, but there's a phone number there. Why don't you call the number? I pick up the phone. Hello, my name is Joseph. I saw this email. They said, oh, give us your full name. I gave them. They say, yes, this is Secret Service. You have been invited for dinner. And that's it. I went for the dinner. Nobody interviews me one time because if we start, we don't use 2 hours already. But I'm here for you. Fortunately for you, today is a Friday, so I'm good.
So thank you, sir. Okay. The issue is that nobody even wants to. Nobody is looking at time. If you did not talk about time, nobody is interested.
I tell you, we need to do a part 2. But let me go on. I got there. When I received this message, the whole money I had in the world was $250 in my bank account. $250. I went to Macy's and bought a suit for $150. Some of you would have gone dirty. Some people will go dirty the way they are. I went, bought a suit, went, cut my, that I still get small hair. I shaped my hair, everything. I entered that meeting with $20 in my pocket, but with the whole confidence in this world. I want to give you a secret. When you find yourself in the midst of greatness, that is not the time to be humble. Greatness does not precede humility. Wrong. When you get into the midst of greatness, that is the time to speak. Even the Bible says, come into my presence. So when you come into the Holy, it says, ask anything you want, and I shall do what? It is not the time to be humble. It is the time to speak out what you need. I was the only black person in that meeting.
I shall grant it unto you.
I was the only person in that meeting. So we joined a queue. The governor is standing there. We're like, let's say 25. Everybody's white. More than white. My state is a white state. Wisconsin is a white state. Standing, I'm like the 4th person to the last. They will go, they will shake hand, they will go, shake hand. You shake his hand, you go where there's food, cocktail, you serve yourself, whatever. And it got to my turn. I stayed there for 30 minutes. I still talk to the man. Another thing you need to learn to handle conversations. Nigerians, we don't know where to talk and where to shut up. You see somebody here on social media, when you see me, now that table go run, go hide. I've seen them plenty times. But you see that keypad, that's where our strength is. I think I told you the story how when I wanted to go get my visa, this guy is in my phone with his 5 children, with his agbada like this. He didn't make noise. When he entered the place to talk, if he talk, he not give him visa. Me, where I go like this with my small body, everything, I mean, they end up giving visa. We need to know where to talk. Are you able to hold conversations for 30 minutes? It's not cha-cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. When You enter where presidents are sitting, governors are sitting, captains of industries are sitting. Can you talk? That is when we know you can talk. It's not to enter social media and be typing rubbish. I just signed a contract with a company for $2.7 billion 3 weeks ago. It's on my page. You saw it. It is now, Akara, we go talk, Akara talk, we go talk there. Can you talk where you need to talk? You need to ask yourself that question. I held the governor standing for 30 minutes. He said, where are you from? I told him. That time I've not even gotten my papers. He said, wow. I said, let me tell you, I'm here. I said, I want to go into real estate in the future, and I want to own half of America. The guy eye open like this. Half of what? I said, I want to own half of America. He doesn't care who is behind me. He said, let's talk. What gave you that kind of impression? We started talking and talking and gisting and talking and talking and talking and talking. People had this guy say, what is he talking? I'm talking. I'm talking. I finished. He said, assistant, come. He said, give him 2 business cards. I said, why 2? He said, go and keep one in a safe place, just in case you lose one of them. I had that meeting November ending of 2017. January 8, 2018, my papers came in my mail. Preparation is what you need before luck or fortune. What people call luck, you need to prepare yourself. That thing you are praying for, are you prepared for it? That thing you're praying for, are you prepared for it? I finished talking to the man. The man said, really? 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 He said, how can we help you? I said, I knew the law. I said, I cannot work now because I'm waiting for my papers. It's okay, no problem. When you get your papers, reach out to me. I got my paper on the 8th of January 2018. On the 10th, I'm calling that phone number. I just want to give you some practicalities, you understand? I call the phone number. When I called the phone number, the assistant picked his call. I said, oh, this is Joseph Nantomah. The governor gave me his number. He said, oh, okay, we're busy now, but I will pass your message. We'll get back to you. January, nobody got back to me. February, nobody get back to me. March, nobody got back to me. Towards the end of March, I got a call. Once I see that number, 608, I just know it's Madison, 608. I never forget that code, 608. He said, the governor said we should find out, are you willing to go to the White House with him? In my head, I said, is that one question? Is that one question? I said, hell yeah. Then I went to see Mike Pence. When I walk into that office, again, the same process that I had, I asked him, I said, sir, talking about Pence, and I said, I want to know what is the success, what is the secret of becoming success in America? He said, wow, what a question. He said, number 1, the fact that you were born here or you find your way here is an opportunity for you to become successful. Leave all these things people are watching on Insta blog. Don't come to the US. So don't come. My brother, are you living on the street? It's not in the US. You are. Nobody your house you there. So I'm in my house. If you're willing to get the right association, all those people, they don't want to pay for the right association. They don't want to go there. Call them and say, come and do conference, whether they will show up. All those people that are making noise on your blogs, call them and say, come for a conference. Let us put you there. They will say it's a scam. They will not pay for conference. They will go and work in where they are working $15, $20, highest $30 every day. They will not sleep. Some of them are working 3 jobs. They forget that as you're working 3 jobs, your health is deteriorating. You're coming from one job, you are eating, you are standing, your food has not digested, you are moving, you are driving, you are doing this, you're doing that. But we say, come and learn. They will not learn. So he said, number 1, you being in the US alone is an opportunity for you. He said, because You know how they say, this is the greatest country in the world. He said, number two, you got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. He said, this country, you got to work hard. You got to work smart. First, you work hard. Next, you work smart. It's 2 o'clock. We said, hey, I'm at home. I'm in my house, in my home office. First, you work hard. 2018, 2019, I traveled 222 times. Where were you? No, you, I'm not talking to you. Those people that judge you now, where were they? When I was traveling 222 times in 1 year. How many days they say 1 year? 365. I traveled 222 times. Where were you when I was driving a car that was $800? That's what the car they do for road. Where were you? Now I'm driving a Bentley, you have questions to ask. People put in the work. First, you put in the work every day. I called my wife. I called my children. We had a meeting. I didn't have a dog then. I don't get money to buy a dog. But if you have money, you have a dog, call the dog. I said, come, I want to have a meeting. I told my wife, what do you want? She said, I want to have a beautiful life. I asked my first daughter, what do you want? He said, I want a yacht. Hey, yacht? Okay, no problem. I asked this one, what do you want? I want this. You now ask them, what price are you willing to pay for these things that you just asked for? Number one, you're not going to have a regular daddy. What do I mean by a regular daddy? I'm not a regular daddy, but I will always show up for anything that is important for my kids. What does regular daddy mean? I'm not going to take you to school every single day. I'm not going to be on the table and have dinner with you every single day. I'm not going to be in the house to sleep with you every single day because I have to travel. I have to move. I have to go to those places. The same thing with a wife. Right? I said, are you ready for that? It's either you have this or you have this. You cannot have both. Okay, we are ready. Oh yeah, if you are smarter than I am, put it into writing and sign the contract. Then I started with my 800. You know what a car they said $800 for America I look like, right? I did go one day, the day I gave up on that car, it broke for the middle of the road. That was how the car spoiled. After like 5 months, 6 months. I just go and just break for middle of the road.
Let me just distract you a bit now.
Yeah.
There's this MC, when I was the security advisor to my doctor.
Mm-hmm.
There is this MC that is a known person, is also is a media personality known in Enugu.
Yeah.
There's this particular 504 he's always coming to occasion with. So eventually, that particular day, he was driving to the government house, and at the center of the entrance of the government house, the car broke down there. So, and they called him to location. But while he was talking, he told the governor, please, in case, tell your police people not to.
Open
And
fire.
my car broke down. And he said, that's when the governor now gave him a new car. One of my brothers in Chicago, when he came in here, he hadn't papers. He told me he was driving a car that how he got a contact of a cop, police guy, a white guy, was that he was driving to work and the exhaust of the car, broke off. The exhaust of the car broke off. So, and it was a snow day. So a cop met him there. From there, that's how he got contact. So if you are telling people this, what you have passed through, and how you have been putting to work, they will not understand.
They will not understand.
Yes.
I saw I was driving a car in America, $800. The only reason why I got that car was because the lady inherited the car from her grandma. Okay? Inherited the car from her grandma. She has her own car, nowhere to park. The city only gives her one parking space. She cannot park it on the road. So she put it on Facebook. I need to sell this car today, 1,000. I said, my dad, if you agree, 800. Okay? If you agree, 800, I'll buy it. And I accepted it. She accepted, and I went to get the car. That's how I was going. After I met the governor, and he said, number one, living here or getting born, being born here or living here is already an opportunity. Number two, you got to put in the work. He said, those two things still does not qualify you to be successful. Those are opportunities. He said the real success starts when you start giving back. Real success starts when you start giving back. You know why? Because the principle of success is give to others. When you don't give to others, you are a pond.
Please say it out, say it out, say it out
When you
again.
don't give to others, you are a pond. You will gather. A pond stinks. It stinks. A pond is a place of distaste. Don't you see when they were changing money, how people went and started bringing money from under? You don't see how the money was looking like? Stinks. It's money, but dirty money. When you start giving out information, you are a stream. The more you give out, the more you inflow. You give out, inflow. You give out, inflow. You give out, inflow. So you are never at a loss when you give. You are never at a loss when you give. So this is the reason why, back to your question, I hope you may have not forgotten, is why I associate this way, up and down. You need to associate up and down. The Bible says, cast your bread in many waters, for you don't know which one is going to come back tomorrow. Great. You don't know which one is going to come back tomorrow successful. The person you're looking down on today might become very successful tomorrow. Just like those days people were looking down on me, and now, some of those people, they cannot even get my phone number to talk to me. So you want to really make sure that at the end of the day, you keep it a two-way stream.
Wow, this point of giving is another point that I would want. Because just like one person said, principle _1, he said Nigerians only attribute giving to money.
You can give your time. You can give your effort. You can give someone. When I first came to America, let me talk. When I was waiting for my parents, I was saying I was giving. Like when I called you this afternoon, you know where I was coming from? Salvation Army. I had like 20, 30 shoes. I had clothes that I'm not wearing, everything. I went to give it to Salvation Army. That time, I was going to Salvation Army to go and help old people. I would go there, I would put them on their wheelchair. Look, I wasn't doing anything. And I can tell you on this show, not bragging, I never worked one day illegal in this America. I would go and serve old people. We'll play bingo. You know that game, bingo. We'll play with them. We'll push them. I did it part-time. They were not paying me. When I finished, they'll give me a plate of food. Who were the people then that just a plate of food? When they are serving them food, Joseph, you want a bowl? I say, yeah, I'll go eat. I will go. I'll get home. I tell my wife, don't worry, we should eat whatever you have. I did it for many, many months. Success comes with a lot of sacrifices. When I finally now met the vice president and I launched my first company, which is Mentor America, I was looking to reach out to one guy who's an investor. The guy used to be in this position that I am now, coaching, training people. I wrote him emails for 6 months every week. For 6 months. You know how many emails is that? 4 times 6. No response. These days, some people will only send me DM one time. Answer. They say, Siam, very proud man. You think you are God. I sent you a message, you did not respond. I was sending somebody email for 6 months every week. every week for 6 months. On the 6th month, the guy responded, so I was out of the country, I was in the Caribbean, I came back, this, that. And I said, can we talk? I have some opportunities. I want to work with you, blah, blah, blah. He said, okay. He said, call me. I called him. He said, okay. Can you come to Houston? What? He said, I cannot do business on the phone. You got to come to Houston. I carried out my car. 18 hours I drove from Wisconsin to Houston. Check your Google. Milwaukee to Houston, how many hours? 18 hours. I drove all evening. I left in like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Around this kind of time, I drive so around 4 in the morning. I started getting tired. I'm telling you a story, but there are principles that I'm showing you how to get there. So
Sure.
Audience, don't be carried away by the story.
Sure.
I drove until when I got to Oklahoma. I couldn't take it anymore. And I drove into a Walmart. Parked the car, reclined the chair, and I slept. When I woke up, I saw 3 policemen in front of my car just looking at me like this. When I woke up, one said, wind the glass down. I wind the glass down. He said the owners of the facility called that there was a strange car and a black man sleeping inside the car. Are you homeless? I said, no, I'm not homeless. I said I was traveling to Oklahoma and I started feeling very sleepy and I decided to take a break. He said, good idea. Is there anything we can do for you? I said, he said, can I see your driver's license? I said, sure. Go. I drove to the place. I went into a Motel 6. You know Motel 6, right? $50 now if you pay for the hotel. $50. You know, $50. I went into a Motel 6, pay $50. Shower, change into clean clothes. Drove to the man's office. When I got to the office, we sat down. We talk. He said, okay. He said, I think you will do very, very well. When we finished, he said, we're not going to sign any contract, though. The only contract I will tell you is I'm giving you my words. I'm giving you my words. I think I got frozen in Instagram. People keep calling my phone. He said, I'm going to give you my words and a handshake. So give me a handshake. Do not give me $1 for fuel or anything. I drove another 18 hours back again. These days, you meet people, they are so entitled. You want to be successful, you have to sacrifice so many things. You meet them, they ask you something the first time, you don't give them, they insult you, insult your father, insult your mother, whatever. Now God puts you there or you go die one day. I'm telling you. I thank God for the block button on social media. I just block you. I don't have the time because you weren't there when I was putting in the work. If it's easy, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. So there are so many things, we can talk about on the path to success. You have to have a strong mindset. You cannot give up. Even when you fall, you cannot give up. When you fall, you have not failed though. It's when you give up that you have failed. So when you fall, you injured yourself, your leg is hurt. What do? You stay there, you cry, you treat the leg and everything. Then you stand up again, you start limping. From the limping, you start walking straight again, and you keep going and going. You cannot say, oh, Nigeria is bad, the country is bad, so I've given up. Given up on who? You've not given up on the government, you've given up on yourself. So you pick yourself and keep trying and keep trying. You never know who's going to see you tomorrow. You never know what God has in stock for you, but you got to keep showing up and 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 showing up. You can never give up. You cannot quit. You cannot quit. I repeat 1,000 times, you cannot quit. Quitting is out of the equation. You cannot quit. So when you have that kind of mentality, nothing will stop you. You might wake up some days, there is no food, you will sleep hungry, you will cry, you will wake up. Tomorrow you show up again. You have to keep showing up and showing up and showing up and showing up and showing up until the day you close your eyes and God calls you. You cannot give up. You know, there is no day you wake up in life and you say, oh, today all my problems in life is finished. Have you ever had that kind of day before, sir? That you woke up and said, today all my problem in this life is finished. No. As you're solving one problem, you're going to have another one. As you're solving that one, you're going to have another. The truth of the matter is, people pray for growth. When you go and say, Father, I want to grow, the first thing God will give you is go and solve a problem. You don't grow when you're eating chicken and rice, when you're marrying, when you're partying. You only grow when you are solving problems. So problem is what gives us growth. Leadership is incubated in chaos. You are muted. Leadership is incubated in chaos. You are not sitting down, crossing your leg like this, and you are growing. No. Leadership is solving problems. The more problems you solve, the more you're growing. The more you make mistakes. I've made my own mistakes. You grow, you solve. The more you keep solving, the more you grow. Today you solve $10,000 problem. Tomorrow you will solve $20,000 problem. The next day you solve $50,000 problem. But if you're always running away from $10,000 problem, how will you get to 50? How will you get to 100? How will you get to a million? How? So you got to keep solving those problems. As you're solving it, you'll be growing. As you're solving it, it's like carrying a weight. You walk into if I walk into the gym, maybe now I can only carry 20. But you now master 20, you now go to 25. You master 25, you go to 30. You master 30, that's how before you know. And as you're mastering it, your muscle, your biceps is coming up. But if you just stay and say, I don't want to even do anything, you're not going to grow. So I want to encourage everyone who's watching, both on Instagram, on YouTube, on Facebook, never give up. Have the mentality, I will never give up. And when you have that kind of mentality, you're already a champion.
Well, hey, guys, at this point, that you said when you have opportunity, like you have, I don't know, there are particular, I can't use the exact professional words you applied. But what it means is that when you were explaining when you went to the government, you said
never
that
show humility in the place of
success. Yes. So, like, there's something that happened to me.
Let me tell you why we always miss it. When our people go to the midst of a rich person, they're not going there to give value. Because they don't have value, the only thing they show is humility. That's why they'll go, yeah, bow. He will give you 2,000 naira. But go there, tell him, sir, I can set up a software. This software will do this. This software will do that. This software will do this. Look into his eyes. This guy, everybody they fear to look into my eyes. This guy, the way they look into my eyes, this guy gets something. I will do this. I will do that. In fact, I'm here with an example to show you. I'm here to show you a pitch deck. When you finish, the man will treat you like an equal. But they will go, because they want to get 5,000 naira. Urgent 2K. You are muted. You are muted.
Yeah, sorry, sir.
Okay.
You know, when the way I became first of all, my appointment to my governor is the SSA, Senior Special Assistant to the Governor on Political Matters. I don't know that governor. It was when I was Director of Security, NANS, National Association of Nigerian Students. He drove with a V-boot years ago to NANS convention. There's somebody from his place contesting for NANS, either VP or this thing. And I was in charge of security in NANS. Yeah, so they now invited me. I came there. I saw the man as House of Rep member there.
Back then.
So he came. There are people called him that they did support. He came to support the guy. That's why I met him briefly. I've never seen him again. So I was looking for somebody new. I went to a hotel and I found out they were having meeting. That was 5 months before he became a governor. 5 to 4 months before he became a governor. I came there. In the entrance, the policeman, may his soul rest in peace. At the time, he had a exchange of this thing with some people and he went home. So the policeman was known to be a very rugged police in the entire. When he saw me, I came in with my laptop on my back. I still have my picture, that picture today. I don't want to lose it. When I came to the gate, he said, what are you looking for? I said, I'm looking for somebody. I'm looking for somebody else who told me to come, but the man is in that meeting. He said, no, that people like me don't come here. So I started calling the guy. The guy came to gate and now said, allow him to come in. Immediately I came in. Somebody saw me. I said, hi, this guy that I've spoken one place and prayed, that I prayed in one arena. He touched that somebody like this can pray. And they were about closing prayers. Just about what you said about humility. Do you know? They have already appointed somebody to pray, but they say they want to hear me pray. That way I prayed where somebody saw me.
Mm-hmm.
They told the person to stop. You know, politicians, I should pray. I started showing humility. I started saying, since you people have allowed this guy, let him continue. So the man who knew the caliber of people, because I don't know the people there, started touching me. That man who brought me was pushing me. I should pray, pushing me.
It was time for you to shine.
I started prayers. And when I started prayers, I looked straight to that guy because I saw I don't know the governor, I saw the person that at the center, I know that this is the chairman. I faced the chairman. I started talking, and after I prayed, I prayed for like 30 seconds alone. And then I talked to him for like 1 minute. The man said, wow. So the man now calls, say, who is this guy? Where have he been this? And I said, I've been around though. I mean, living in Abuja. I'm not living in Enugu. He said, collect this guy's number. Do you know what he told me that day? You will be part of my government. I was thinking it's a joke. I left. He gave me 100,000. I said, fly back to Abuja. I came with a car. I came with a horse. He said, now fly back to Abuja. I flew back to Abuja. During his campaign, one afternoon, I was with my mom. My phone rang. He said, are you the guy who, so he said, what can you advise me now that I won the primaries? I gave my advice. He said, wow. So after 1 week, he invited me. I was the fourth person appointed in my state. I wasn't part of I didn't know the man before. I didn't know anything before. I was just trying to bring out the issue of showing humility when they have given you opportunity. Had it been that man did not push me, this is how I would have lost where I am today. I started from that point.
So that's it. That's how it worked. You know, people don't understand where to show humility and where to show boldness. Boldness is a gift from God. Our God is bold. It's not a man who, the Bible says when Jesus Christ spoke, people were like, what a manner of man. You think say he was showing humility. People teach the wrong words. The man was bold. He was looking into the eyes of the Pharisees and the Sadducees. He opened scripture. He quotes scripture, finish, can't say, I am he that this scripture is talking about. Is that humility?
Ian, hold on. Ian, that question with I know when to bring that question. I'll be time for question.
So be very, very, very bold. When you walk into a room, let me give you some things with body language about being bold. Number one, when you're talking to people, look them in the eye. Look them in the eye. Boldness, first and foremost, starts from how you dress. You see, I'm simply dressed, but I'm neat, I'm clean. So it gives you confidence. When you walk into a room, don't put your eyes down and be talking and be chatting. No, when you walk into a room, scan the room with a soft smile on your face and give people nod of approval. We need classes. People don't know what we're talking about. When you walk into a room, your shoulder is squared, you're like, hello. Be the first person to say, hello, how you doing? Who is this person? You're neatly dressed. You walk in there, you're scanning the room, looking at everybody in their faces, say, hello, how you doing? When you go sit down, learn to sit down. Don't sit down like this. Sit down, cross your leg. Be a gentleman. If you're a woman, cross your legs. Don't talk to people until they talk to you. Say hello, go sit down. So there are many things, we teach people when they come around us, and success is intentional. You cannot just stumble by mistake and find $1 million on the street. Who's going to drop it there? It's only in home videos.
Somebody said you can't pick $1 in the streets.
It's only so go ahead, believe in yourself, and to end this part of the topic, do what I call DBA. I posted it this morning. Number one, life is in phases. You need to decide. I didn't say you need to wish. There's a difference between deciding and wishing. Make up your mind today. Is it that today or one day? One day. You've been saying this since 2014. One day. Today is the day that I will start moving my life forward. Today. So you need to decide. You need to make a decision. You need to make a decision. 2014, I lost all my monies in business. Towards 2015 in Nigeria. Games was owing me 70 million naira. I went into my room, two choices. Either I make up my mind that from today, I will move my life forward, or today I give up. Now, when you finally decide, you need to believe that thing you have decided. Nobody will believe in you until they see results. Nobody cares. You and your husband get quarreled, come and shout on social media. You think people in social media care about you? Nobody cares. They just use it for entertainment. Nobody cares. So believe in that thing. Know deep down. Visualize yourself. Do everything possible to put yourself in that mode where you see yourself successful. Do everything to see yourself. Before I did some of the things that I did in America, I already saw myself doing it. I saw myself flying first class. I saw myself investing in a jet. I saw myself buying real estate. I saw myself being in the midst of so many. There are things now that I'm seeing myself doing. Okay? So I saw myself over. If you cannot see yourself, you cannot eat. I saw myself having $1 million in my bank account before I ever touched $1 million. You cannot touch it. It's not a joke. You have to see yourself. The day they brought the $1 million, I was not even in the office. I have the video. I put it. Somebody came. It was my consultant. They handed the money over. The guy called me and said, please call me. I don't want problem. Oh. White guy, old man, my consultant. He's never seen 1 million before. He came and said, Mr. Nantomah, there's something they left in your room. I go there. It was $970,000 plus $50,000 check. It was on my table. I still have the video. It's on my page. If you go, you see it. I have it. I said, this is $1 million. Wow. So if you cannot see it, you cannot have it.
That is 1.5 billion.
No, that's 1,020,000. 950,000.
I said $1 million is 1.5 billion in
Okay. You're talking about local currency. Okay.
So that people will not be reasoning that it is 1 million naira.
Wherever you are now, close your eyes. Yes, you close your eyes and visualize yourself moving forward. Visualize yourself in places. Is it a car you want? You can manifest it. Anything you want is inside of you. You need to manifest it out. You want to come to America, you want to go to the UK, you want to go to China. It's inside of you. Picture yourself. Then make up your mind. I want to go there. Don't look at your bank account. I'm telling you, it works. Picture yourself. Then believe it. Now you start taking action. What's the first action? Get a book. Just start with a book. Get a success book. Get The Science of Getting Rich. I gave you one the last time. I start reading it. Nothing will change in your environment. Change does not come from the external. Change comes from the internal. Something in you will start stirring up. Something in you will start changing. Something in you will start getting bolder. The way you talk will start changing. The way you carry yourself will start changing. Your family say, who is this one? The way you don't the waka like say now you own this house. Something is happening. Because our inner growth is like a rock. When you carry a hammer and you are hitting a rock, boom, 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 you will not see any scratch from the outside. You know why? Rocks don't break from the outside. Rock breaks from the inside. So you continue.
Wow.
Continue. You keep hitting. One day you hit, you see, that's scattered. I'm telling you, you have to become obsessed. This is my element. I can sit here for 5 hours, but I will not do it. This is my element. When I'm teaching, when I'm talking about success, I am in my zone. There's a vibration that's working inside of me because it is something that is doable. You can see people from 0 go to 1 million. People from 1 million go to 10 million. Success is real. Don't let anybody, any negative person, take it away from you. You have one life to live. This very one life. Are you going to waste it? Or you're going to wake up and pick yourself and struggle and fight? Are you going to live? I don't walk out from Okokomaiko to Ijaniki. Those of you who know that because of money. 2 hours walk. Can you walk from where you are to where they say you should get to? I've known people that have walked from Ikeja. From Ikeja, or somebody because of job, you don't get money, he couldn't beg. He walked from Ogba to Obalende and got the job. When you finish doing such thing that you get the result, my brothers and my sisters, success gives you confidence. You get more confident. Last thing, but not the least, celebrate your small wins. Don't wait until it is big. If you do something, you are trying to call Black Mentor, Black Mentor come pick and call. Hello, who is this? Wow, how you doing? Oh, yeah, okay, you want to get, okay, we'll talk to you. Dance about it. Don't let people say, until you see the money. Celebrate that.
Sure.
Success goes to places where people are happy.
Wow. Punchline.
Celebrate. The Bible says celebrate with those that celebrate. Mourn with those that mourn. Success goes to where people are happy. Celebrate small things. If you see me celebrating $300 profit, you will think I'm celebrating 3 million. I'll come and say, hey, today I just made a sale. I made 300. You? The day I make 300 million is the same way I celebrate 30,000. Celebrate your wins. Don't let anybody take it away from you. Now I say, 500, you made $500 profit. Now you did dance. No. You are practicing, you're training your mind, you're training your memory, you're training yourself. As you're doing it, you're learning the attitude of gratitude as well. Dance, put your own music, dance for your, hey, we don't make $100 today. Don't let anybody come with their negativity. Keep negativity out of your space, and I promise you, you'll be on the right path.
Wow. Hey, Dogu, I want to show.
So that's it.
I really want to show your face so that people will really see your face because I'm telling you, you are coming here today is a blessing to me.
Thank you.
I am beginning to celebrate my win, know, because I don't know, but it's just God. You know how God did it. I was just on Harry's show.
By association.
Yes. And you see it, I didn't joke with it too.
Yes,
When I
you did.
discovered, I followed up because that is me. But I must confess, yeah, you're a blessing to many people today.
Thank you.
I want to tell you, I used to have people like, I started big. I started with the mindset of being big. What I wrote the first time I established this my TV, you know, I wrote CNN started from a room like this. This is
Correct.
what I wrote. Al Jazeera started from a small room like this. NTA Nigeria started from a small room. CHINEDU ANICHI TV is starting now. That was the first post. And I want to tell you, sir, something close to that has been happening. You see, I used to send on your WhatsApp, you see the caliber of people I
Yeah,
bring here.
I get
You
it.
know that we are not coming here to gossip. We're not coming here to talk things that are not
Relevant.
specific.
Hmm.
But I want to tell you today soon, the day today and the day Peace Mass Transit, if you know Peace Mass Transit in Nigeria,
Yeah.
one of the day he came, he spent 2 hours, 30 minutes. Today you have come, you spent 2 hours, 6 minutes already.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, sir, for coming.
You're
But
welcome.
before you drop, I am going to ask for one thing.
Yes.
First of all, I'll ask you to give a general advice to young people who want to make it as a punchline. This is what I'm going to record and I'm going to post it. You know, we're in US.
Yeah.
The privacy policy requires that if you want to record and post,
Mm-hmm.
you
Yeah.
must get
Let me.
consent from somebody. You don't just, in our place, everything is taken for granted. People just they do anyhow and they think they can. So that is one. Two, I would like you to tell people,
Igbo.
tell people who are
Okay,
listening to
tell
this,
people. I
our
said
viewers and all these
yeah.
things, about this Chinedu Anichi TV. And one is what you think it starts to become in the nearest future.
Amazing. So the first one I'm going to give from my intellect. The second one I'm going to give from my spirit because I will be talking about the future, and it takes spirit to see the future with just spiritual eyes. But you are here and you just started. I want you to know that where you started is not important. It is where you end that is important. So stay focused. Stay focused on your goals. Take actions. You're going to fall down many, many times. But it is not how many times you fall that is important. It's how many times you are able to rise. So rise up today, champion, and go out there and kick ass. That is my punchline.
Thank you, sir. So,
Now,
yep.
this TV show is going to go places. I see this becoming the voice in the diaspora.
Thank you, sir.
A small voice that's going to be a big voice, a huge voice. It's going to happen with consistency and persistency.
Wow.
Because it's always good to talk about the good things, but never forget to talk about the things you need to do to get to the good things. So, because you're going to be persistent and consistent, you're going to get crowned as a champion. The real question is, how far can you see? As far as you can see is where you will get to. And that is where the Chinedu and Nature's show is going to get, as far as you can see. If you can see the entire globe, you will cover the entire globe. When I started doing real estate, I just said it here. I would tell people in high places, well, even when I posted it, when I was telling Oprah Winfrey that I want to own half of America, I would tell people, I want to own half of America. They're like, do you know what America is? But I never stopped saying it. Now, will I ever own half of America? We never know. But it is better to aim for the stars than to aim for the clouds. It is better to aim at the stars than to aim for the clouds because you never know. how far you're going to get. You just keep showing up every single day. Keep
Thank you,
showing
sir.
up every single day. The day you feel like, the day you don't feel like, you see, success is crazy. There are days I wake up, my whole body is hurting me. I still go. Every day you got to show up. When you build that tenacity, you build that culture, you will go very, very far. And lastly, let me tell you something. You're not doing this for yourself. My kids have their own TV in their room. When they wake up, they go to the Black Mentor TV on YouTube and watch me. You're putting something in your mind. I don't know how many episodes you've done, but very soon you get to 50, you're going to go to 100, you're going to go to 200, you're going to go to 300. When your children find, I don't know how old is your oldest child, but when your children finally come of age and they want to talk about you, they say, wow.
Even now, my kids brag. You know, I went
It's
to
like
their
I'm there,
school.
right?
I went to their school, and
Mm-hmm.
their teacher, one of the my daughter, the one that is 7 years old, is
Yeah,
very by God's grace, is
yeah,
very bright,
yeah,
and is one of the gifted children in the school.
yeah.
So he told the teacher, "Do you know my dad?" He said, "No."
Mm-hmm.
He said, "Go to CHINEDU ANICHI TV on YouTube."
And you see, that's it.
After the woman watched a lot of things I'm doing, I came to the school. The woman said, "Wow,
That's
is
it.
this you?"
Yes.
Yes.
I am telling you the
That's
truth.
why when I saw your daughter,
Ah,
you told me how a governor came and gave 1 million
yeah,
when he was born,
yeah.
and how the governor of your
Of
state,
that's the
the
governor of Wisconsin.
US,
That same man. That's how I got to know
yes, the US used the picture of her
this
for the
campaign.
campaign. There's something I commented in that. Go and
I
check
saw
what
it.
I,
I saw it.
if you see me on comment sections,
Yeah,
each time I comment, look at what I comment.
exactly. I
So
see
I
it.
don't just come out and say
And
anything.
just talk. I
You will
hear
see that he's radiating the aura that is attractive. He has an antenna
you.
of
Exactly.
greatness around him. And antennas will always look for vibrations. And
Exactly.
what you give out comes back immediately in
I am
that.
telling you that this answer you gave is the exact same answer Alibaba gave when he came to my house. For 2019, Alibaba and the wife came to visit me here in Milwaukee. We went out for dinner, and my daughter was doing something on the table. She was 3 or 4 then. She's 10 now, so that she was like 4. And I scolded, I said, huh? This speaking that is hanging out with governors because you saw the pictures and this
Yes, sir.
speaking. I don't play with this child. Though. This child has the aura of greatness. Exactly what you said.
Sure,
So my point is, we're not doing all these things for ourselves.
sure.
We came out of the slum. Our children are not going to go to this. Our
At
children,
all.
they're
At
going
all.
to rock this
If
world.
it's about Islam, we have ended it.
Yeah, very well. Yeah,
We have ended it.
our children are going to
So,
rock.
sir, finally, there's this question from
Yeah,
Young G Brown.
yeah.
So I want you to
Please
just
go ahead.
answer it
Yes,
and
I answer
then
this. How do we have access? Go to my website, josephnantoma.com.
josephnantoma.com. Go
Yes.
to the website and you will see.
josephnantoma.com. Send a message, and my office will respond to you. Very, very easy. Joseph, my 2 names, you can see it on the screen. Joseph, don't put doctor, josephnantoma.com. And go there, fill out a form, whatever, reach out to them, send an email, and they'll reach out to you.
Inyang G Brown, you have heard from him.
Very
Okay.
simple.
So, my people, thank you, sir, for coming. And you can see, I don't know, Instagram is already hanging. I don't know
Yes.
what's hanging Instagram. Maybe, I don't know. But it started hanging once it was exactly 2 hours. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe they have started the
Started.
timing. But
Yes.
before, I can go
Any
3, 4 hours. I don't know. So, but what is important here is that our mindset is built. I want to assure you,
I'm
our
glad to hear it.
mindset is built. Our mindset is really built today. So, because in hermeneutics, that's what I studied hermeneutics, how
Mhm.
to talk to people, how to preach to people. You see, that's what they call the connectedness, interconnectedness between the pulpit and the pews.
Correct.
There's what they call smoking signal coming from your audience when you are talking, when you are finding a road into the heart of men. You know, you see, when your ideologies are assimilated and sacramentalized indelibly in people's psychosomatic structures, you know, they manifest it. So the kind of things I'm seeing from reactions from YouTube, from all these things, shows that our mindset, some people have taken decision today. You
Yep.
wouldn't know how many millionaires you have made today because they might not see you. I read about this woman you mentioned today, Oprah.
Yep.
So I was about to do a video about her today, and
Yep.
inspiration, all those inspirational videos I do. So I'm going to do it today to come out tomorrow. So now I heard that he built 65,000 people. It was when she retired in a stadium, and nobody knew. He didn't tell anybody. He didn't even know some. So people walked with candles and all these things to show, and he said, what's this? Some were 5 professors from Harvard, best in what they were doing. It was Oprah. So you don't know how many millionaires you have made in this platform today. As we are talking, Peace Mass Transit was listening to you live. Yeah, Professor Stobu, great men in Igbo land that are followers in this place. I saw all of them. You know, but people who don't know what we are doing here today,
Yeah.
they are looking for where they are talking about Bobrisky and these people. We wish them that if that is what they can use their data for.
Yeah.
The embarrassing thing is that the little one we have, they come and beg us to give them data, and they will take it to go and argue between Davido and Wizkid, who is richer. on Tunde Edino's page, Tunde is a millionaire, Davido is a millionaire, Wizkid is a millionaire, and you beg data or borrow data to go and argue in the midst of these 3 millionaires.
You got it right.
Thank you, sir. I'm grateful. I'm proud of you. I've told you that what I want is doing something. You know, there's a smart tech company. There's somebody I just met. I told him, what's the coverage of your company? They are doing great, but they don't have advert.
Yeah.
But I know him. He's my friend. But he thinks, what does this guy know? He's just coming to TV. He doesn't know it. I told him, send me some of your flyers. I made a video and sent it out. He's calling me now. That the kind of calls he's getting, because people think that communication is all about this. I have 7,000 phone numbers on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
7,413 that gets every morning. They get anything I send out. I built it in blocks. Yeah. Once I send it, it goes into them. And they start sharing it everywhere. So like this show now, what we are doing here has gone to 7,413 numbers already. So and a lot of
that's a lot of value.
A lot of big men, they are not on Facebook. That's what people don't. Some of them on Facebook, they have even 3 followers, 4 followers. They just have it so that they will have Facebook.
Yeah, exactly.
How many times? That's why somebody said they don't advertise Mercedes on Facebook. Because the big men that buy it, they are not there.
Rolls Royce is not advertised. Have you ever seen Rolls Royce?
So it's Temu. It's Temu that.
Have you ever seen where they're advertising Bentley?
No. So the people that want it knows where to go and get it.
You know where to find them.
Yeah. So thank you, sir, for doing all this, for the humility and for your support. Even the last time, all the people on my page, they got a very big effect of that you donated to us.
Thank you. Thank you. That's how
we are sent out of the hospital. From that point, I announced it to them, and critical cases we had among our followers who attended to them hugely. So when you are raising one person, you might not know how many lives you are raising.
That's it. That's why.
Thank you, sir. I'm grateful. On behalf of myself, the management of this TV, and my wife and my 2 daughters, I was grateful having you. And people are still requesting, please do. So next time
I'll come back, I promise you.
You come and continue with
part 2. I'll come up with part 2. When I come for part 2, I will give you critical teachings. That's what I will do. We just teach that day.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate it.
Yes, thank you.
Guys. Bye for now.
Okay. Hello, my people. My name is CHINEDU, ANICHI, your one and only celebrity here. And you see today, it was a wonderful account, and I promise you that this TV is a global family. It's a global movement, and we move from strength to strength. You see, every day is becoming better. Tomorrow, don't go out. Tomorrow, we are going to have Professor Ositobu, former economic advisor to the President Obasanjo. We are going to call one of the classic professors of economics in World Bank. He was Minister of Economic Planning in Nigeria. He's coming tomorrow to talk to you. Tell somebody to tell somebody. Tell people about CHINEDU ANICHI TV. We are not here for gossip. We are here to empower you. We are here to change your life. We are here for you to encounter men, encounter people, encounter reasonable people. Don't go and use your data and be watching people who are naked and creating money for those people on Facebook. It's adding no value to your life. Share this live video. Share CHINEDU ANICHI TV. Tell people about CHINEDU ANICHI TV. God bless you. For those who are my followers and active, you know I promised you something. I will not say it here, but somebody is recording all of you and all your contribution, how active you are. So by tomorrow morning, we'll put up something that all of you, at least for bringing out time to watch for 2 hours, at least we'll put up something. So God will bless you. Each time I make a promise. I remember I told you every month I'll be empowering those who were most active followers, as Facebook writes it. I did it last month. I have done for this past month. This month again, at the end of this month, I'll still do it. I keep my promises. Even though those of them they do it for might not come and post it. But if it is bad thing that I promise I did not do, but you don't expect me to come and be posting. I sent 5,000, 10,000 to somebody, I'll come and post it on Facebook. It doesn't really make sense. You people should not push me to that level. So if you receive something I promise, if it's an individual money I gave you, but if I come to the Facebook and promise, I will do this thing for you. If I do it for you, come and acknowledge it on Facebook. Come and show that I fulfilled it, so that you know a lot of people are deceiving people. A lot of people are promising, people are not doing it. So that they will not line me up to that. Please come out and show it. Come out and show it. But if you ask me for money or help and I give you help, it's a different thing. But when I come and make a statutory statement on Facebook, please always come and show that I fulfilled it, so that you don't look like we're deceiving people. This is Otobonsika. Yes, so Okafor Jacob, thank you. Machuku Chinaza, Julie NG, Cynthia Tai, all of you, I've seen all of you. You will get data from my vendor any moment from now. So tomorrow I'm going to make a post where you will put your numbers. Those who do not participate, I know all of you. I told somebody to register, so you don't bother bringing your number to deceive somebody, because nobody will attend to you. So God bless you. Tomorrow again, we will still do something. To keep coming, keep telling your friends, bring new people. Tell them, let's go and watch this thing. A minister is coming. A minister of Federal Republic of Nigeria, economic advisor to the president, is coming to this show tomorrow. You know, easy to bring all these people. Look at, I brought a billionaire in dollars, the best mindset coach, this thing in the whole US, carried by Forbes magazine and the Wall of Fame in the whole US. You heard when he met the governor of US and met the vice president. So, but he is here. He's in CNN and other places that they see him, but I've succeeded in bringing here. So this is our own CNN. So God bless you, and I appreciate you people for finding time to be with us. God bless you. Go out today. Remember to help somebody. Remember to change people's life. I am the African voice in diaspora. We rise by lifting others. God bless you.